realize it's been about 6 months since I've done my last garden update, and we've had quite a lot of changes. As you can see, we got some friends, some chickens. There's 6 chickens. My son wanted to have chickens and his daughter, and they are enjoying the yard. But I've had to really change the way I garden, and this is my garden update on what we're doing different to keep plants being destroyed. And there's my zinnias, they're starting to blossom, and the roses and the jasmine. But the chickens have been laying eggs. Oh, I see. Can you see right in here? I don't know if you can see that. Let's look. Let's go get it. They laid 2 eggs. There it is. But they're not supposed to lay there. They're supposed to lay in their coop. So I'm gonna have to grab and get stuck on the roses. Oh, sheesh. So there's 2 eggs. They lay, so there's 6 chickens, and each of them lay probably an egg a day. So we get 6 eggs. And I'll show you. Hi, yeah. See if I can find more eggs. But it's the middle of summer here in Arizona, and it has been so hot, like 115, but still my garden is really loving the heat. So I've got cucumbers, Armenian cucumbers on this side, and then I've got cantaloupe growing here. I thought I'd put that in a basket so it wouldn't break off. Here's another one, cantaloupe, and got zucchini down in there, and peppers, and I planted marigolds, but it is super hot. As you can see, it's growing pretty good, but I gotta keep the chickens out, so some way I've gotta. And this is amaranth. Amaranth, I've never grown before, but you can eat the leaves, and then I just cook them up and on the stove and fry them. Hi. And basil grows really good here in the heat. As you can see, here's a water feature. And this is doing good. They love to hide in here and dig around, but they love to destroy too. So they don't get lavender. They don't like lavender, so I'm gonna be growing a lot of lavender here and garlic. They don't like stinky things. One of the new things that I've started, here's some lemongrass. I used to eat lemongrass in California in the groves, citrus groves I lived around, and lemongrass would grow everywhere, and we'd all run out there and get some taste of that lemongrass. But they do love to hide under here and dig. Hello, here's one right here. That's a pretty one, but they get under there and they're very friendly. Yeah. Hi. If they dig under there, it's really cool under there. And I don't have any weed problems, that's good. And I don't have too many bugs. And we'll go see the coop. My son took him a couple months to build the coop. I'm growing tomatoes, squash. This is cucumber. It's all the way up there. So I think this is okra. I have yet to see any okra. Tomatoes, bell peppers right there, and a zucchini squash. And here is the pomegranate tree with tons of pomegranates. And this is my new thing, my cute kumquat tree. I put up a shade thing so it doesn't get burned. And here's the coop. It's huge. It's over the fence, but it's pretty cool. There's a little swing for them and a little plank with an automatic door opener. They don't like to stay in here that often. They just like to roam around. But I've been trying. I just planted this week Barbados cherry. I'm hoping that will grow pretty good. And a lot of lantana. Everything's just, with the heat, is just growing, and we're getting irrigation in a couple days, so that's what it loves. The grass is greened up, and a little place, I moved this and put this here so we could watch the chickens. Here's the coop. And a lime tree I just planted this year, which was different than 6 months ago. Here's the coop. They sleep up there, and when it gets dark or dusk, they just come on in and sleep. But I open it up because it's pretty warm in there. Here's the inside look, and he's putting sand in here. And they have their own water and feeder. Hello, are you going to show us around? I just put a frozen water bottle. Put a new frozen water bottle in their water so that it'll be cool. Alternate. Let's see if we have, this is our irrigation. I couldn't grow anything here unless we had irrigation. So every 2 weeks we flood our backyard. And that's why we have such big trees. I couldn't do this without it. I have a lemon tree, grapefruit tree, tangerine tree, orange trees, tangelo trees. Let's see if they have eggs in here. You just come in here and you flip it up and there's an egg. I do that. All right, let me show you the new thing that I've been working on this week. This is kind of a nice little relaxing swing. I can swing on the grapefruit tree. All right, so this is my new thing I put in today. It's a mango tree, Manila mango. We'll see if it survives. I have it shaded because I just planted it this morning, but and then I started some little mangoes from seeds, and that took a few weeks. So we'll see if they grow. I went to the store and I got some honey mangoes, and grew them from a seed, and they look like they might survive. But we'll see. This is my mango mango nursery. I'm going to have a mango grove back here. And that's what these are going to look like. The vanilla mango. I got that at Tropica Botanical out in Apache Junction. So hopefully a little windy today. But I've had to fence off everything that I want to keep because of the chickens. They'll destroy everything. And they've tried to keep cool, and they've smashed these little grass things down. And they've dug holes. Hello, you kind of took over, huh? It's a little place to lay down. What were you doing over here? I don't know if what's the matter? The black one we got at Lehigh Days. Our church puts on a rodeo, and they had chickens for the kids. They could run and catch chickens. And my granddaughter got that black one. That's how it all started. And one has died from the heat, which was kind of sad. But at night, it was in the chicken coop, and it was so hot, it just died. But they have water back here. And I don't know if I showed this last time, but I've started a mulch bin. And all of our grass clippings and leaves and chicken manure. And also I go to Starbucks and get their coffee grinds and stick it in there. This is just this week from all this grass, and I'll incorporate it into there. And you have to stir it around and water it every few days. And I also have a thermometer you stick in the ground. Let's see how hot it is in there today. Let's turn it this way. It's 115. It's good to be about 120. Then you know it's really working. If it's lower than that, well, you just stir it with a pitchfork. It's at 120 right now, which is active, so it's eating. And I put all this, when I'm probably in September, it'll be ready when I start another, when I amend the vegetable garden. But here they are, keeping cool. It's like 115 right now. It's in the afternoon, but they dig and try to keep cool. Are you doing okay? But we've had chickens off and on. When my kids were younger, we had a little chicken coop, but nothing, not as big of a coop as what my son just did. And so I just have plans for over here. I want to put in a purple passion vine and have passion fruit along this wall. I've got some zinnias here, but it is a rose. It is hard to try to figure out what to grow with the chickens here. They'll eat it, so I think that's about it. Just oh, so they gave me 3 eggs. So I got 3 eggs. And this is going to be over here. We've got cucumbers, but I've yet to see any cucumbers on here. But it's just kind of nice when the weather cools down just to sit under here. And it's shady. And to now have a tunnel with cantaloupe, and it's just fun. Keeps me busy. big, it's a Duranta. I think it's my favorite plant in my whole yard. It has purple. You can make them in a bush or a tree. This I made into a tree, so it's easy to do. And I'm making that lantana into a tree. Just stake it up and cut the lantana off. And then this is a stick bush I got from my friend. She's passed on from Dolores, and it's gone way high. And then this is my mango nursery over here. That one is trying to grow, but there's some that haven't grown. And I just took the ones that were grown and put them over into the mango grow. And we'll see. Everything's an experiment. So that's the update. It's been 6 months on my garden. But I can only work in it like early hours, like 6 to 8 in the morning. And then it's just way too hot. And so I have to go in. This has been portocala, I think it's called. But it's been really pretty all summer long in the heat. And there's some mint does well. And I've planted some African marigolds too, just from seeds, so I'm hoping they'll grow. I love the smell of marigolds. And I think I got a round of COVID again, and I lost my smell and taste, but it's kind of coming back. Let's see if I can find another little cantaloupe. I thought I saw 4 of them. I've got 2 big ones. Here's one, right there, so that's 3, 4, so far. I can't believe they can even grow in this heat. But if you have some bees and they pollinate, oh, here's 5, right there. And I'm not exactly sure when these are going to be ripe. I'll have to look that up and see when I can pick it. There's 6 right in there. 6 cantaloupe. That's an eggplant. There's an eggplant right there, gonna be. Anyway, so I just wanted to give a little update. Here's a pomegranate tree, and it just grew. All my pomegranates just grew on their own. I didn't plant them. Anyway, just want to give an update, especially just for my own sense of all the different seasons that you grow different things. And come September, I can't wait because it'll cool down. And maybe October it'll cool down, and we'll get roses. And I haven't fertilized anything. I'm just going to use my mulch that I make on my own, and maybe put some fish emulsion in. Oh, and John does catch fish up at the Salt River, and he brings it for the chickens, and what the chickens don't eat, I just plant in my garden. So I'm figuring, I've never done that before, but we'll see. I planted fish heads and fish inside here. We'll see if that does anything for it. See how well that grows. All right, just giving you the update.